Hi, it's me again. Now, in this video, I was going to talk about my latest letter, which I got here from TV licensing, which I'm guessing is probably an invite to their staff Christmas party, right? Unlikely. But you brilliant people sent me this other letter on Twitter a couple of times, and we've got to talk about it. I mean, we know that TV licensing is completely incapable of running as a corporation. We know the BBC is an absolute joke. So this is either a massive oversight, which is funny, or they're trolling me and us. Also funny. Look at this. Look at the envelope these people got through the post. It is hilarious. This was Urban X Spaceman on Twitter. Sent me, will you be in on the 25th of December? Possibly, yes. So we open a letter. Someone sent me a copy of it opened, right? So I know we've covered this letter before, this will you be in one. But if these people have got it, other people will have got it. And it is quite funny. So I'm going to go through it. Because if you've received it and you're a bit concerned they could turn up Christmas Day or something, I'll let you know everything you need to know about it. But I don't know. It's either a mistake, they're trolling us, or we don't live in a Christian country anymore. It's one of those three, isn't it? Let's have a look. Will you be in on the 25th of December? As there is no record of a TV licence at your address, you should expect a visit from an enforcement officer. How much overtime would you get for working Christmas Day? Because aren't taxis like triple time? You ever try getting a taxi Christmas Day? You need to get a second mortgage out for that. How much commission would a TV licence enforcement officer be earning Christmas Day? They're knocking on people's houses when they're trying to watch Only Fools and Horses or the Gavin and Stacey special. Can you imagine the carnage that would ensue from them prosecuting people caught watching television on Christmas Day? That it would be the end. It would be done for TV licensing. In fact, I kind of hope they do it and stitch a few people up, because that would be it. There would be uproar in this country, wouldn't there, if people were prosecuted for watching EastEnders, which you should be watching anyway, Gavin and Stacey, which will be crap, on Christmas Day. Not that you should be watching these things without a telly licence. It may be on the 25th of December or another day. So any day then. Why put the fucking date on it when you can say you could just put, we'll come around whenever we want? Why put... You could be prosecuted if you are caught watching, recording or downloading TV programmes illegally on live TV or BBC iPlayer. You may have to pay a fine of up to £1,000 plus any legal costs and or compensation. So if you're new to this and you've got this letter because you've stopped paying or you can't pay or whatever and you're a bit concerned about it, that's sort of the important part, right? You could be prosecuted if you're caught watching, and you may have to pay a fine of £1,000. So let's break it down, right? The fine of £1,000, I've never, over 10 years, I've been doing this now. I've never once heard of the £1,000 fine being given out. The average fine's about 150 quid. There are some costs on top of that, obviously. If you are caught watching, there is only one way they can catch you in. They claim they have detector vans and they can monitor what you're watching. It's all complete nonsense. Think how many, and there's thousands and thousands a year, sadly, of prosecutions for TV licence offences. Never once in the history of all these prosecutions has evidence been given that was got from a TV detector van. How could it possibly work? Imagine all the ways you could receive broadcast television into your house. The multitude of apps, the different satellite services, the different cable services, just straight streaming it. How could they possibly monitor that? They can't. So there is only one way you could be caught. And that's if when they knock on your door, you talk to them. And some of them, worryingly, are quite good at their job. And they know, even like me, right? I'm playing a straight game. But they know if they keep me talking long enough, they might get me to drop something by mistake or something that they can then use against me. So the best way to do it, whether you're like me, you don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast or access BBC iPlayer, which are the rules of not having a television licence. Even if you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, do not talk to these people. They're not bailiffs. They are not police. They have no powers of entry without a warrant, which is rare. 1 or 2 warrants a year, but they visit hundreds of thousands of addresses a year, apparently. They only get 1 or 2 warrants. And they only do those. They only get the 1 or 2 warrants so they can say, we can get warrants. Because if they didn't do them, they couldn't say it, could they? So that's the only reason they do that. So if you get visited by one on the 25th of December or any other day that they choose to come round, this is how you deal with it. Open the door, unless you've got a video doorbell, then you're laughing, right? And just, who are you? Oh, I'm from TV licensing. Sod off. That's it. Done. But let's say you haven't got a video doorbell like me. They knock on your door. Duh, duh, duh. Hello. Who are you? Hello, mate. I'm from TV licensing. I'm here, blah, blah, blah. Cut them off. No, thank you, mate. Shut the door. They cannot put their foot in the door. They cannot keep knocking on the door because this is harassment. They may come back. There's a possibility in the future they could come back, granted. But if they get another door closed in their face, they're going to stop coming back. It's a numbers game. They're salesmen. They're not bailiffs, police or anything. They are door-to-door salesmen. They play a numbers game. The more doors you knock on, the more chance you've got of getting a sale. If they know they're wasting their time with your door, why would they do it? No, thank you, mate. Shut the door. So now, if you are caught watching recording, how are they going to catch us? TV detector vans don't exist. Well, they have vans with it written on it, but they can't do anything, right? You're not going to talk to them when they knock on your door. So you can't be caught now, full stop. Don't watch stuff you shouldn't be watching if you don't pay the TV license fee. If you're not paying it for a political reason or you can't afford it or whatever reason you don't want to pay the TV license fee, they're all good reasons. Don't watch or record anything that's being broadcast. Don't access BBC iPlayer. If you want to know more about it, there's a link down in the description for a video that will tell you everything that you need to know. It's this video. I'll put the thumbnail on the screen. Tells you everything you need to know. Right, let's carry on. We visit around 5,000 addresses a day. I'm waiting for proof of this. But like I say, if they are knocking on that many doors a day, it's a numbers game. They're not going to waste their time with a household that keeps going, no thanks, mate, and shutting the door. Our officers visit an address every 10 seconds, day, evening, even weekends. And if no one answers, they can come back. It's a bit threatening, don't you think? We can come to your house in the day, in the evening, even on weekends. And if no one answers, we will come back. It's a bit threatening, isn't it? I don't like how they word the letters. But they can keep coming back when they want, even if no one answers, even if you do answer. Because you're not doing anything wrong, for one. And for two, you're not going to talk to them. So we're not scared anymore, are we? Stop a visit before it's too late. Buy a TV licence. Funny how buying one would stop a visit. We don't require one. We're not watching or recording anything that's being broadcast or accessing BBC iPlayer. Legally, we don't require one. So why have you got that in a tiny little line at the bottom, which we'll come to? Move a licence, or tell us you don't need one at tvlicensing.co.uk. Now, I had a bit of a debate on Twitter the other day about it. I'm become a bit of a Twitter user, which is rare for me. I'm not a big social media user. But I've been using Twitter a bit. I was having a discussion with somebody on there the other day that said you have to tell them you don't require a licence. And when you do, that means they have to leave you alone for 2 years. This is the discussion we was having on Twitter. It's not true. You don't have to tell them for a start. In fact, you shouldn't tell them you don't require a licence. But you can do a thing, and I've done it myself, called the No Licence Needed Declaration, and it lasts for 2 years. Why it only lasts for 2 years? I have to keep telling you I don't need a licence. Don't know, but that's what they say. It will not stop you getting letters. You just won't get the shittiest of the letters, and it 100% won't stop you getting a visit. In my opinion, it guarantees you getting a visit because it shows you're open to discussion, to talking to them. And they reckon 1 in 10 people claim it wrongly. So we just like to come round to check. I've only ever had 2 visits. In the over 10 years I've been doing this, I've only ever had 2 visits from enforcement officers. And they both came a week after I did the No Licence Needed Declaration. The first time I did it, and when I renewed it after 2 years. Since I stopped doing that, I don't live in a small town. I used to live out in the sticks. I don't anymore. Where are you then? You're threatening to come round enough. Where are you? Because I don't tell them. The letters I get, like these letters I get every month, they're addressed to the present occupier. And this place was empty for 6 months before I moved in because it was being worked on and put up for sale, etc., blah, blah, blah. So as far as they're concerned, still no one lives in here. They don't need to know I live in here. I don't need to tell them I live in here because I do not require their services. If you do not do any of the above, you can expect a visit soon. If you don't talk to us, if you don't give us your money or engage with us in a manner that will give us your money, we'll send the boys round. I still think it's funny they put the 25th of December on there. I know we're a multicultural country now, and not everybody celebrates stuff and is, busy on the 25th of December with family stuff like most of us are. But come on, that's quite funny. It's quite funny. But I wanted to talk about it because I didn't get this, but if those lads got this, there's an opportunity that other people out there have got this. And you could be scared by it. Like, you can't afford it or whatever. Benefits been cut, your winter fuel allowance been cut, whatever. And you can't afford to pay it. So you haven't been. You could be scared by this. So hopefully I've set your mind at ease. Don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast. Don't access BBC iPlayer. You don't need one. Watch that video that I said, the link's down in the description below. Go and watch that. It will tell you everything you need to know. I reckon you're only going to miss 5 to 10% of the stuff you'd watch anyway without having the telly lines. Only some BBC stuff. Otherwise, you don't miss anything else. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hit all the buttons and everything while you're down and leaving your comment, because if you do all that, maybe I'll get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? When I'll open this one. Ta-da.